I think I got a great starting point with point number 5 Mahesh mentioned, outcomes. I think that's a great way to look at it. First, let me thank Dr. Hans Vijay Surya. I took some of your statistics that you presented yesterday to craft my presentation as well, because it's about beginning with the end in mind, and I think you kind of presented as a country what we are trying to achieve as a nation. And Honorable Eranga Veeratna, Deputy Minister, Tri-City Board members and the leadership team, Board of Directors, ICTA, we continuously partner on many things. Thank you for giving this opportunity to share our piece on how we can support the startup ecosystem. Let me kind of draw a little bit of an experience that we had. So I used to work for Sri Lankan Airlines many, many years back. I remember, so I was not an entrepreneur, but more of an entrepreneur. I remember when we had initially 500 bookings on the booking website and trying to push it to 1,000, 2,000, how that effort was managed, getting new technology, implementing it, optimizing the user experience. So it's a journey, and you need to continuously punch above your weight. So I think that's what we need to do as a nation as well. So I want to begin with the end in mind. The end state is simple to say and hard to do. Sri Lanka, as the startup and innovation hub of Asia, exporting digital products and services is something that we should envision and we should make a reality. So attracting the right talent, capital, is paramount of importance in doing this. And if we are to do this, what do we have to really do? We have to get an outsized regional influence, being the pearl of the Indian Ocean. So I'm quoting, again, like I said, Dr. Hans Vijay Surya's numbers: 5x growth in the digital economy, 2x digital workforce, step change across digital indices, 3 times growth in digital exports. The big question is, how do we achieve it? How can Sri Lanka truly disrupt Asia? So I thought about an answer for this at my level as an individual. So something is build exportable digital goods and services, retain the value we create, and scale global fit solutions fast. The most important thing is to, is the oldest truth in the world: execute, execute, execute. If you don't execute, if you don't try, if you don't fail fast, learn and get up, we will not get where we want to go. There is no silver bullet, there is no secret sauce, that's the truth. Just a living opportunity funnel, live opportunity funnel, identify it early, keep feeding the funnel, and get the output, or rather the outcomes. So I will showcase the statistics. And here are some of the things that we can envision. So on the fintech and payment side, banking depth, card payment expertise, regional remittance corridors are there. These are the things that we can leverage. On the travel, tech, and tourism, strong brand and destination mix. Airlines, OTAs are there. Destination management companies are there. And in the morning, when we spoke at Hatch, a lot of people came and spoke about their travel solutions, travel tech, what their ambitions are. So there is an immense space in terms of the B2B space that is unexploited. There are many conferences that we can have in Colombo. There are many resources that we can bring to Colombo and do regional events. So as Mastercard, we've been doing our part the best way possible. So when the crisis hit, we did a campaign called Sri Lanka with Love, where Mahela Jayawardena wrote a letter to our Indian colleagues, friends, families, saying, come back to Sri Lanka, we are recovering. So these are things that we do because Mastercard as an entity, we believe in empowering people and powering economies. That's our mission. So these are a couple of ideas just to set a context, what we can look at. There are obviously more than these what I've listed. There are things that we can do. I spoke with someone yesterday at the opening ceremony. They have come up with a drone solution for security. Quite phenomenal. So while we talk about Sri Lanka, let's also look at what the region is doing, what great looks like, or what it looks like in the path to become great. So few stats. In Australia, 98% retail transactions were attributed to a mobile wallet, or it was done as a contactless payment. So that's an indication of how digital has taken over. And Singapore, I think Mahesh is a new home country, right? 55% fintech firms are concentrated in payments, Web3 and RegTech. This is the typical benchmark Singapore we look at. And in India, 83% total digital payment volume attributed to UPI in 2024, up from 34% in 2019, which is phenomenal. And these are lessons that we can look at and learn. Of course, we need some customization to match the Sri Lankan context, but these are great examples. Then something that we have recently seen in media in terms of geopolitics is how the Gen Z behavior has changed. We have spoken about Gen Zs in classrooms. We have pondered how they would operate in the real world, and now we have real examples. So organizations, governments now have to pay critical attention to how we navigate with the needs and wants of the Gen Zs. So nearly 80% of the Gen Z consumers regularly utilize digital wallets. It's a phenomenal take-up. Then as of 2024, 50% of the Gen Z customers have leveraged buy now, pay later as a solution. I think in Sri Lanka, we have buy now, pay later, a partner that is supported by Mastercard who's doing it. And this is a trend which is coming up. Even in terms of big ticket items, BNPL is becoming more and more attractive. 55% investment in cryptocurrencies. Crypto is, of course, a whole new subject that will take days to discuss and finalize, but that's a trend which is coming up. Gen Z's rapid decision-making influencing large corporations and business models is something that we need to be ready for. So how do we get our organizations, startups, and the ecosystem to be ready for the Gen Z behavior? One way is using AI, looking at areas like hyper-personalization, predictive insights, and making journeys frictionless. Example, onboarding onto apps, onboarding onto environments, make it frictionless. Then one of the things that we can also look at is getting the right kind of advisory, autonomous genetic AI systems. So in the Mastercard world, we have developed something called dynamic yield as a solution, and we have given it to large store providers, airlines to understand what the repeat purchase buyers are doing, what are their behaviors, what are their attributes, how do you create affinity, and how do you put the right product in front of the right customer at the right moment. So we have to get ready for the Gen Z behavior. They are going to be leading a large part of the economic conversations, and they have already started that. So as Mastercard, something that we have done is making things really simple. People in this audience, startups, they would wonder, okay, how do I get a payment gateway? How do I get a cybersecurity solution? How do I look at tokenization? So what we've done is, we have a developer-first platform. This is developed by developers for developers. It has APIs, it has the capability for sandbox testing, a large community of support, and that's something that you can simply visit the website and enroll for and get experience. Then we have a very special program called Start Path. So we have 400 plus startups across 50 plus countries, having now commercial impact and creating value in multiple geographies. So you know Find My Fare, Tushan used to head Find My Fares. Then he, from Australia perspective, he launched a company called Red Owl. This is into managing, issuing a commercial credit card, doing predictive analytics to stop leakage. This program was done completely through the Start Path program. Then we have something called Labs as a Service. If a corporate wants to launch a service, we'll take the CEO, we'll take the leadership team and the execution team into maybe Ireland. There's a lab that we have. Over a 5-day period, we'll come out with them with a working prototype. So we are doing all of these things to empower people and to power up the economy. And also we have an AI garage. We do a lot of work across AI. So these are some of the statistics in that place, and Revolut, Red Owl, and multiple companies have used this route. And I would encourage all of the startups here to visit this website and see how you can put forward your application. We are very keen to help you. Because on the outset, we do multiple things. We work with governments, we work with regulators, we work with SMEs, fintechs, communities to build value. So we have a multitude of technology across payment cards, cybersecurity, tokenization, and these are solutions that you can leverage. In Germany, in 2023, a Mercedes car was given the capability to pay for its own fuel. So you don't need a car, you go to the pump, then you pump the petrol, and on your screen it'll come, do you want to pay with your Mastercard? And you simply pay. I mean, that's the level of integration that we can do. And there are startups who's got that capability to think really beyond what is out there and to disrupt journeys. It's all about digital disruption and disrupting how we do things to get a positive impact. So this is Sri Lanka's moment. Why Sri Lanka, why now? I think in yesterday's presentation also we spoke about, and Dr. Hans spoke about talent, cost advantage, and the regulatory environment being made more conducive for the startups. I think that's a great achievement. With that, it provides a lot of opportunity for the startups to grow and prosper. And as I mentioned, looking back at our own journeys, there were times we had to go and present our business case to get approvals to open up new opportunities and options. I think that's where I actually mentioned you need to punch above the weight. It's pointless complaining. It's about going through that journey and getting it done. So tourism recovery is happening, and services and export spaces are opening up, and that needs to be imparted as our DNA. And policies are being changed, so which is a positive thing. So for the startup ecosystem, we see 3 pillars that will be critical success factors: regulatory agility, private sector innovation, and execution infrastructure. I think with what's been discussed, I think all of this is now falling into place. So I'm putting forward this example of Red Owl. I spoke about it, and this was on news. You can read more about it. And nothing is stopping you from doing a similar partnership with us. We are always keen to support. And this is how you do it. You have to submit your application. We will evaluate it, and we will get the potential candidates shortlisted, and we'll help you to nurture that into a proper business with arms and legs. And our account managers in respective countries will go and pitch this to corporates. So that's the level of support that we extend. I will make my speech very short. I don't want to do a lengthy speech, but I will leave a testimonial in front of you how StartPath has worked. So it'll encourage you to look at support from entities like Mastercard and Grow. And feel free to reach out to us. We are there to support. Thank you very much.